Hey guys, Alicia here. I've decided what to talk about on my YouTube channel. I'm going to talk about what I know, and I think it will be really interesting, and I hope it will be helpful to you all who are interested in working from home, or especially those of you who do work from home. I have been a remote web worker, not really a virtual assistant because I'm an employee, but I've realized everything that I've learned is really applicable to everybody who is a virtual assistant, except for the part where you have to figure out your own bookkeeping. Everything else with that, I've really learned a lot, and so I'm going to start sharing some of those things with you. I got started by a referral from a friend who needed websites, and my husband had done websites, and I had just graduated and I was looking for a job, and so we set up a meeting and I got a job as a contractor just to build a group of websites. Now, just want you to know that my degree, I have a bachelor's and a master's both in biblical literature, right? So historical lit. I learned a lot about researching and writing. My husband got a communications degree, and then he taught himself websites. That's my phone. You could probably hear the lawnmower in the background, but we're starting with what we've got, which is me in my office with a little bit of spare time to share. Okay, so I tried some websites. My husband had learned to build websites. Didn't exactly go to school for that, but learned that well enough to get a full-time job, at Regent University, where we were while I was finishing my degree. And I learned enough. I'd learned Greek and languages, right? And so I was able to transfer that skill to learning HTML and CSS. So I learned enough with languages to get this job, and then I did well enough that when they started looking for an admin assistant / webmaster, I was able to get that job. That's how I got started 9 years ago. I'm still there, and for the first 9 months I worked full-time in the office, and then I got pregnant with our first little man, our first boy. We've got 4 boys now, and ever since he was born, I've been working from home. I've been super grateful for the opportunity, and I have learned a ton about how to provide value from a distance from home. I've got in for meetings frequently and occasionally worked a day or two or several mornings in the office, but I've worked the majority of my hours from home as a project manager, as a webmaster assistant, part of the web team, and then as a project manager, and then as a marketer. So I'm going to start sharing here some of what I'm learning now, some of what I've learned, some tips for balancing the work-life balance as a mom with kids that works from home, and how to just navigate those different things. We're going to talk about time management, childcare, working for a company. I'm learning more about virtual assistants, so I'll be sharing what I learned about that. I'm interested in figuring out enough to someday do that myself. Tips for project managers and tips for marketers, and on my motherhood blog, I'm going to share most of what I'm reading, but I'll be sharing here if I read something about marketing or project management, time management. We'll be doing some screen shares, and maybe Trello, maybe Google Keep, some of these online tools that I use, probably Thinkific. I'm kind of restarting. I did a group of videos last month. I'm kind of restarting with a real focus, some of that, but I think I've nailed down what I want to do. So, and they say the best way to start is to start, so here we go. That's my introduction. By the time you're watching this, there will be a next video. So, go check out the next video. See you there.